Welcome to another episode of the Wholistic Me podcast, a journey to finding wellness within. Today, we're doing another Wellness Within self-care routine just for you, plus some special announcements. Thanks for joining me today. We are jumping right in to doing a wellness routine. So what I'm doing is I'm going to pick out 3 random cards from the deck. This is one of the suggested ways that you can use the Wellness Within deck. If you don't have your copy yet, make sure to grab yours. The link is down in the description. And I'm just going to pull 3 cards. You can actually just work with 1 card at a time if you desire. It's really that simple. This deck, the Wellness Within Anxiety and Stress Edition deck, is intended to be used in a variety of ways to create a self-care routine that works for you with your schedule, with your level of commitment, right? And the idea is to be able to take just 1 card even and create a self-care practice, even if it's just for 1 minute, and begin where you are now. If you're more advanced and you have more time to spend with yourself for a self-care practice or routine, or you already have a practice in place that you do either daily or weekly, whatever the case might be, and you just want to add in some other holistic practices into that routine, then this is another great way to do that. And you can build this. So I'm doing 3 today just to show you what that looks like. And it happens to be 3 acupressure cards, but there are 5 categories of cards, all based from the 8 branches of the classical Chinese medicine. Okay. And so the categories that the cards include are meditation, movement, nutrition, bodywork, and acupressure. All right. The rest of the branches can be found within the guidebook. All 8 branches are represented in here with information on how you can incorporate them into your life or learn more about them in general. So we'll just get right to it and see what we have here. We're going to start with this point right here. This is pericardium 7, and it is located at the wrist crease between the 2 tendons running down the center of the forearm and wrist. Okay, so if you were to pinch together your pinky and thumb and flex your wrist a little bit, you would see 2 tendons pop up in the middle of the forearm here, or running through the center, right, as well as through into the wrist crease area. And that's the area that you want to find yourself within. Okay, and so this is at the wrist crease. Okay, so it's where your wrist bends is where you're going to find this point. You just want to find that landmark of the tendons, and we're going to press and hold. You can use your fingers to press and hold. You don't want to push too firmly on here. There are some nerves that run through this area, so if you start to feel like some numbness or tingling, you're pressing too hard. All right, you are welcome to use an acupressure tool. If you order this deck, you have the option, or had the option when you purchased, to include an acupressure tool. So if you have one, you are welcome to use it here as well. I would use the smaller rounded end. If you don't have a tool like this, you can use the back end of a Sharpie or a rounded marker, something that has a blunt rounded end such as this. And we're going to press and hold this for 1 to 2 minutes. We will do both sides today. And as I mentioned, I'm going to link this deck into the description, and you can get your copy. I do have a special going on right now for the holidays. You can buy one, get one 20% off with code YTHoliday20. All right, that's a special YouTube code just for all of you. All right, and we're gonna move to the opposite side. Same thing, find those tendons that run through the center. Now I will mention, not all of us have 2 tendons running down the center. Some people only have 1. It's just an anatomical difference. It's not anything wrong with your wrist or your arm. It's just anatomically, some of us do not have 2 tendons running down the center, and some of us do. So no issues there. Just check for that spot. You basically just want to be on the center line at the wrist crease. And so that you know what this point is used for, it helps to relieve chest tightness, shortness of breath, frequent sighing. It helps with palpitations, especially if you're experiencing palpitations with anxiety or stress. Restlessness or insomnia helps with anxiety. It's great for stomach pain or vomiting, and carpal tunnel pain. All right, so we do, those of you who have experienced carpal tunnel, this is a helpful point for that as well. Wonderful. So now we're going to move on to point number 2. Shake out your hands if you feel the need to, especially if you've been using your fingers to press the point. This next point happens to be just below the wrist as well. This is heart 4. And heart 4 is located with the palm facing up on the side of the pinky finger. The point is 2 fingers width down from the wrist crease on the inside edge of the tendon. So the tendon that you see here as you sort of flex your wrist slightly is the one that pops up on the pinky side. And so you're going to be on the inner border of that tendon, okay? And it's 2 fingers width down from that wrist crease where we were just working with the last point. And so you're going to press into this area. All right, and again, I'm going to switch to my acupressure tool and hold this point 1 to 2 minutes. The uses for this heart 4 point is it helps to calm the spirit, benefits the voice if you have trouble speaking from the heart. It relaxes muscles, tendons, and ligaments. It helps to relieve sadness and fear. It's great for overthinking or excessive worry and restlessness or insomnia. So today's panning out to be pretty good for anyone who has insomnia or restlessness tied to any level of stress or anxiety. It doesn't have to be present with those. It could be even on their own, that restlessness or insomnia that you're experiencing. But definitely great to use this if you have anxiety with those symptoms as well. And if you're finding this helpful already, give this a big thumbs up. I would truly appreciate the support. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you know when we post new content just for you. All right. And this is the week of Thanksgiving. I'm going to switch sides here. Again, we're going 2 fingers width down from the wrist crease on the inner border of that outer tendon on the pinky side. Okay, so I'm going to apply my acupressure tool here, or you can use your fingers to apply pressure. 1 to 2 minutes on each side. We got one more card to do after this, one more acupressure point. Let me know in the comments if you've done acupressure before. Do you find it helpful? Have you found relief using acupressure? And do you have a self-care practice? I want to know. Are you taking time to create a self-care routine in your day? Even if it's just for 1 minute. Do you have a breathwork practice? Do you have a bodywork practice where you stretch and do some self-massage? Do you have a routine with the food that you're choosing to put into your body? Are you mindfully eating or selecting your foods? What is your process for self-care? I'm curious, I want to know, and I want to know how I can better serve you as a community. So let me know in the comments what you all are doing at home for self-care. What are your favorite self-care practices? And what kinds of things do you want to see addressed? Shake out those hands and wrists if you feel the need to. All right, last point, and then don't go anywhere because I have a special announcement on what is coming up for me as far as services available to you in my business. So, Stomach 36. This was actually in one of our last videos or our recent videos using the Wellness Within deck. Stomach 36, it's by far one of my favorite points. Almost everybody could use this point, to be honest. So this is located 4 fingers width below the eyes of the knee, and I will prop up my leg here so you can see that. The eyes of the knee are located just below the patella on either side of that tendon that runs down the center of your knee, okay? So it's 4 fingers width down from the eyes of the knee and 1 finger width over from the outer ridge of the shin bone. So find your shin bone, your tibia, and it's going to be 1 finger's width over from that, okay? So you can measure it out this way and just place your other finger here. Once you've measured it out, just place your middle finger next to that and below that pinky, and you've found your point, all right? Or a trick is to place the crease just below the tip of your finger over that edge of the tibia or shin bone and just roll the fingertip over and onto that spot, okay? Just 2 ways that you can do it. Most people will have some tenderness or soreness in this area. It can tend to be sensitive for many, and that is because there's many people who need this point to address some of the health concerns that they're having. So perhaps if you have digestive concerns, if you have immune concerns, any sort of gastric pain, even anxiety, stress, feeling foggy headed, cloudy, things like that, asthma. So I'll just go through the list of uses, okay, common uses for this point. It can be used to calm the spirit, relieves emotions stored in the heart. It's great for immune support, so absolutely recommend this as a daily practice, if nothing else. Just use stomach 36. It's great for gastric pain, vomiting, indigestion, helpful with diarrhea, constipation, mastitis, pain in the knee joint and leg, edema, asthma and cough, dizziness, insomnia, and mania. All right, let's do that other side. All right, so same thing. We're going to find the eyes of the knee, place our hand, so our index finger is in alignment there, and we're going to come over 4 fingers width down, 1 finger width over. And for this, if you are using the acupressure tool, I'm using the larger end on this point. It's a larger area, larger surface area compared to our wrist, right? And it's just a larger point in general. The active point tends to have a wider breadth, so to speak, okay? Compared to some of the smaller surface area points or just other points that may just have a smaller energetic opening. So, and you can use the tool to do some massaging technique as well, a little bit of circular motion or kind of up and down pulsing massage technique here. Sorry for my lack of proper terminology right now. Or you can simply just press and hold the tool. All right, and just another minute or so with this last point, and then we'll get to the good stuff, the announcements. And if you found this helpful so far, if you found this routine easy to follow, give it a big thumbs up. I truly appreciate the support. Let's just keep it going. And if you know somebody who needs a little bit of self-care routine that's easy to implement in their life, send them this video, share it with them so that they can start implementing right away. Okay, no experience necessary. This is easy to apply. This is a resource everyone can use for the whole family. So encourage you to check that out and get your copy. And that's that. We just did a quick 3-point self-care routine. If it wasn't for all the chatting, probably would have been 6 minutes tops if we did 2 minutes each. So theoretically, if you just did 1 minute each and if you did one side, which you could do just one side, it would be 3 minutes, 1 minute each side, 6 minutes. Could go a little longer if you do 2 minutes. 2 minutes each side, which we did today. So let's get to the announcement, shall we? Drum roll, please. All right, y'all. So I have some super exciting news as far as the direction that my business is headed in. I have my own private acupuncture practice that I've had now for over 5 years here in southern New Hampshire. And unfortunately, since the start of this COVID pandemic, I have had to close down my office temporarily and switch to completely virtual services. So that means virtual guided acupressure sessions, distance Reiki healing. That has been the main function of my practice during this time. I also had the opportunity to develop this Wellness Within deck that we spoke about, okay, just now, and that we used. And so I'm really excited to now take everything I've learned throughout this time, right, of being flexible and changing the way that I work with my patients and clients and take it to a new level. And so I have put together a really exciting one-on-one program that is a 3-month wellness coaching program. And so this is a commitment to yourself, all right? If you choose to go down this path, this is a amazing decision on creating great levels of healing for yourself in this life, beginning now. All right, so in this 3-month coaching program, okay, this is going to include a number of services as well as a number of resources for you, along with one-on-one sessions and check-ins. So just to give you a brief overview, I'm just looking at my screen here so that I can follow along. This program is uniquely tailored to you. I did not create a cookie cutter pre-recorded program, okay? The only thing that has been pre-made is some of the resource tools that I will be sharing with you that are really the bonuses of this program, okay? And so that everything else is uniquely yours. It's going to be tailored to you based on your specific health goals and needs. You are unique. You are you. Everyone that comes to see me as an acupuncture patient in my practice gets a unique experience. Their treatment is unique to them, regardless if their main concern is the same as the person that came before them, because it is their full story, their full health history that guides the direction of the treatment, not just the main concern. And so the same applies with this coaching program that we will be going through together. So we're going to take that unique story that is yours and create a program that is unique to you. We're also going to include very specialized support in that, as far as a treatment plan with acupressure, treatment plans similar to what we did just now with this deck, but on a greater scale, because it's going to be tailored specifically to your needs, as I just mentioned, as well as Reiki healing as a supportive tool to enhance and speed up the progress that you will see. Okay, so there will be weekly Reiki healing sessions to support any of the work that you're doing along any facet of this program. All right. And then there will be accountability. So the fact that you get to have me one-on-one following your progress and following your journey, this is going to be really the catalyst for creating even greater change. I know personally for myself, when I decide to follow a program or get back on a self-care track, or really just make any big changes to my wellness routine, I do so much better when I'm either doing it along with somebody that's also kind of maybe following the same program or plan, so that we're on the journey together, or when I have to relay back my progress to somebody, when they're holding me accountable to check in with them and let them know what I've done to continue to work on myself and progress through the program. That is such a huge piece, okay? Being able to check in, and then not only check in, but then get adjusted guidance throughout. It's one thing to tell me like, hey, I'm feeling better, but I noticed when I did this, it felt like this. Or I noticed when I didn't do this recommendation, this happened, or I saw that I felt this. Whatever the case might be, we haven't worked together yet. We don't know what how the scenarios are going to play out. What I'm trying to say is, once you report back, then we can make little tweaks and changes along the way to maybe the overarching program that we started out with, right? The initial plan that we came up with together on how your journey is going to progress. And as things start to surface and change, the program will change to you, unique to you, to your experience. Again, this is not cookie cutter. This is going to be unique to you. And so there's going to be some exclusive bonuses included in this. Okay, 3 exclusive bonuses. There's going to be wellness mantras. You're going to get a whole set of them to help you create a daily practice to change and shift your mindset around your health and healing journey. Okay, so important to have the mindfulness and the mindset connected to the work that you're doing within your physical experience as well. Then we're going to have a nutritional wellness guidebook. What does that mean? We're going to talk food combinations from a Chinese medicine perspective, okay? Foods that are going to help with the healing process as well. In a general, again, this is the part that is a little bit cookie cutter because I've planned this and put this together ahead of time. All right. And so it's going to be a general nutrition guideline based on the Chinese medicine principles and practices in order to help enhance healing within the body. Now, within the coaching program, though, we are going to talk about nutrition as it pertains to you and your unique journey. So there will be guidance on a food plan specific to you on top of this guidebook as well. And then I mentioned it briefly, an exclusive wellness tracker. Now, this is a 3-month tracker to go along with the program so that you can track your daily practices and daily progress, as well as a monthly start of the month check-in and end of the month check-in to truly see the bigger picture of how far you've come. And this is going to serve 2 purposes. One is going to give me feedback as we check in and you provide some of the information that you're tracking, right? Give me feedback on how we are going to progress as we do these various check-ins together and coach you through the program, right? And it's also going to serve the greater purpose of giving you the proof right in front of your eyes that change is happening. Sometimes it's hard to see the changes that are occurring within your body. It's hard to feel it sometimes. You may have days where you feel a little bit better physically, but you might have days where you don't feel so great. Maybe your energy is a little bit low. So it's hard to really gauge, but when we can see these, we can track these little changes and improvements. We can say, oh, you know, I was a little bit tired on these days, but I see that like my digestion felt great. And then we can say, oh, my sleep started to get better after a week or so of doing this particular work. I see that my sleep is improving. The number of hours of sleep are improving, or the restlessness has decreased, whatever the case might be. Okay, so we're going to be tracking a whole number of things on a daily basis so that you can truly see the shift and big changes that are happening for you and to you through this program. And right now, I have a very special offer going on for my first 6 coaching clients. Okay, my first 6 coaching clients, you're going to get 20% off this program, okay, if you sign up by the end of 2020. But there's only 6 spots, so don't wait till the end of the year to sign up. Like, don't wait till after Christmas. The sooner you sign up and get started, the better, right? We're gonna get that train moving so that you have your healthiest year yet, and we start to uncover and really get down to the root of what it is that you truly need to implement and reignite that healing potential within you. We all have an unlimited healing potential that we can tap into within us. It's just a matter of doing the work and making the choice to do so. All right, so the fact that you're still listening, thank you, by the way. The fact that you're still listening, the fact that you're here, it means that you're on the right track if healing is on your mind. All right, you are making the choice to do something that's centered around your healing journey. And I'm here to help facilitate that for you. That is my mission and my purpose, is to facilitate deep healing from within, to guide you through that process. Even as an acupuncturist, that is my role, is to facilitate the healing that your body is capable of doing, to reignite it and bring that healing potential back into action. So, I'm so excited. I'm like fired up to bring this program to you all. So if you're ready to take your wellness to the next level and you want some one-on-one guidance, accountability, and a program that is designed specifically to you, then join me. Remember, just 6 spots left. I'll make sure to link everything in the description so that you can get in touch and sign up. I can't wait to meet you and see you there. Let's get to work, people. Let's find and uncover that wellness that is within you.